everybody. One more time for Flo Chad. He will be back later on in the show, so do not go anywhere. Also, if you want to see him do more of his thing and do stuff with his puppets, you can catch the Providence Drum Troupe at the Providence Pedestrian Bridge. Is it Tuesday evenings, Chad?
Tuesday evening, 6 to 8.
Tuesday evening, 6 to 8 through the summer. It's a great way to spend a summer evening. Go check out Providence Drum Troupe. Okay, this is a variety show. We have ADHD, so we have something completely different for you now. Now we have a comedian. So our next performer began performing short-form improv with the Champlain College troupe LDV. In 2019, she began studying long-form improv at the Providence Improv Guild. And she has been doing stand-up since fall of 2022. She is a virgin to the show, so please be gentle. She can handle it. All right. Everyone give a very warm welcome to Leslie Zwicker.
Keep it going for your host and keep it going for all the other acts you're going to see tonight, as well as yourselves. How's everyone doing tonight? Right? Well, lovely day. It's good to be here, and it's good to be home. I was traveling recently, and I was traveling down south. Now, driving down 95 down south is wild. It is smothered in billboards, and every other billboard is bright yellow with big black text saying things like Jesus, sin, repent, hell, inconsistent caps lock, absolutely no punctuation. But every other billboard from that was for a sex shop or a strip club. By round of applause, who's going to assume they were put up by the same person? I think so too. But good to be home, and I got to spend some time with my extended family recently. Now, I love my family. I do. I even remember most of their names. But my family gatherings can be a little awkward, a little intense. Because in my family, we had one rule. Just one. On your feet, lose your seat. On your feet, lose your seat. And this started at birth. My first word, who remembers their first word? Anyone here? Mama, dad, dog. My first words were, "You're not stealing my motherfucking high chair," waving my little Fisher-Price switchblade around. Got a little intense. But while I was with my family recently, we were talking about my grandmother, and my grandmother passed a couple of years ago, and we were talking about a family reunion. And this family reunion, my grandmother had just had open heart surgery and a hip replacement all within like 3 weeks. But she said, "I'm going to this reunion." Going to the reunion. And she made it. And while we were at this reunion, we were all just sitting around, talking, chatting, as you do. And out of nowhere, she stands up and walks unaided for the first time since her open heart surgery and her hip replacement. And it was a really beautiful moment. For me, because I finally got to sit down. Hope that hip holds up, Graham. Oh, I suppose it's karma that my hip not really holding up so well. Because as you might be able to tell, I am a tall woman. And I will just say this about that. When you reach a certain height, no matter your gender, people love to point it out. Like, "Oh, you're so tall." Why, thank you. I wondered why birds always shat on me first. And then there's usually follow-up. "Do you play basketball? Is your family tall too?" Would people like it if I did that to them? Like, "Oh my God, you're so old. What was it like voting for Lincoln? Is your social security number 3? Like, get away from me. I don't want to play basketball. I just want to find pants." recently learned that liking tall women is not so much a type as it is a fetish for some people. I went to go buy a gallon of milk. And as I bring up my gallon of milk to the checkout counter, the proprietor of this 7-Eleven looks at me and goes, "Ah, you look so nice and tall, and you're so tall, and that's nice. God, wouldn't it be nice if I was as tall as you?" Sir, you are looking me directly in the eye. You are as tall as me. What is happening? I don't know what's happening here. And in an effort to forget whatever that was, I went to go buy some hard liquor. And as I bring up my hard liquor to the counter, from behind me this time, I hear, "Oh, you mind if I ask you how tall you are?" So I answer, "Oh, 6 feet, huh? I bet you could beat the crap out of me." Sir, I did not consent to play Andrea the Giant in whatever dominatrix fantasy you have going on right now. I mean, I will, but like buy my vodka first, God. Is romance dead? I can't even grocery shop by myself. Fellow tall people will agree, it's like a bunch of hobbits flock the aisles, and they find you, and they get in your line of sight, and they reach for the top shelf just long enough that you feel bad and you get the munchkins or lollipops. But God forbid you ask the Lullaby League down there for anything off the bottom shelf. My current theories are some kind of beacon or signal that goes off when someone 6 and over enters the store. I don't know how. I don't know why. But that creepy fuck of a robot from Stop and Shop is behind this whole thing. I'm on to you, Marty. You called me a hazard in the aisle. I just wanted some Rice Krispie treats. Hazard in the aisle. Hazard in the aisle. I am not going to let that googly-eyed bastard ruin my mood, okay? I'm super pumped. I just got a new car. I am the proud owner of a 2023 Ford Bronco Sport. Thank you, it's great, I like it. However, that also means I'm a member of something called Bronco Nation. Can anyone tell me what the hell that is?
No idea.
I don't know. I truly thought Bronco Nation was a goof, like just something they said, until they actually sent me this membership card. And then they tried to con me into the premium membership. Always read the fine print, my friends. If I had gotten the premium membership, I would have had to go on a yearly police chase with O.J. Simpson. We're not sad about this. I still don't know what Bronco Nation is. All I know is I love the car, but I don't have the energy to figure that out or deal with that police chase. Doesn't matter. I am a little tired. Because we are what, 4 or 5 months into 2024? Who is already overworked, done with work, ready to be done, a little burnt out? Anybody here? Come on, right? Give yourself a round of applause. I love my job, I do, but I have been feeling a little burnt out. And after a really long week, I was walking downtown, just a couple blocks from here, and out of nowhere, I just look up, and I say, if I should do something else, try something new, maybe get a new job, I don't know, just give me a sign. And then an air conditioner plummeted from a 3rd floor window and smashed 10 feet from my head. And as I walked up to this smashed up air conditioner, I looked at it. I had never given it any thought before, but okay, OnlyFans it is. And I'm lucky I have a very supportive spouse who was cool with me starting an OnlyFans, and I hate to break it to you all, but there are a lot of supportive spouses who use OnlyFans. All good with me. Do we have any married folks in the room? Yes. Oh, marriage is beautiful, isn't it? It's lovely. But it's wild, like how fast the time goes. One day, you're fooling around in a Dunkin' parking lot at 2 a.m., and the next you're married, you have a mortgage, and you're debating the pros and cons of installing a bidet in your home. Has anyone here tried a bidet? Has a bidet, right? Aren't they great? We just got a new one, and I was loving it. Until they too sent me a membership card. This time to the Clean Bum Club. They also have a premium membership, but I don't want to give that a lot of thought. Do you? Oh, man. We got a lot of good advice before we got married. My favorite was hold each other accountable, right? You should always hold each other accountable in your marriage. Has he spent some nights sleeping in the shed? Sure. But goddamn if he did not straighten up and never do that thing he did to me once in a dream ever again. And marriage has challenges beyond the Clean Bum Club. Do you know that there are some states where there are certain sexual acts that are completely illegal, even when you're married? Like blowjobs. You could go to jail, right? But I have to ask this about that. How does somebody get themselves caught? My only theory is if you get pulled over giving roadhead, and they bring you out of the car and say, you blow into this cock breathalyzer, but if you blow under a certain number of inches, we're gonna let you go because you've probably been through enough. Those poor blowjobless people. They have to find a whole new secret to marriage. Luckily, my husband and I found ours. He was going to strip clubs together.
Which ones?
Dealer's choice, my friend. And I was skeptical, I'll be honest, until I found out some, like Club Fantasy, serve chicken tenders. I will do just about anything go any place for chicken tenders. My OnlyFans is sponsored by Tyson. Do you know what someone in Kansas will pay to see you smear honey mustard and lemon herbs and spices all over yourself? How do you think I'm paying for the Bronco and the bidet, guys? But a lot of people say, Wes, don't you ever feel weird or insecure going to a strip club with your husband? Absolutely not. Because this was very popular going up and down the halls in high school. If any of you actually believe that, boy, do I have a bridge to sell you. Or in Rhode Island, you could probably use one. You think I was popular? Oh, come on. My only friends in high school were the lunch ladies, the Portuguese janitor, and the creepy IT guy who, looking back on it, I'm pretty sure was a pedophile. I wasn't a mean girl or a bully. I don't know how it all worked. I was the first person in school history to shove my own head down a toilet. My mom recently ran into the most popular girl from my high school, and she said, oh my God, are you Leslie's mom? I gotta tell you, I don't count on many things in this life, but I was certainly counting on people from high school not knowing who the hell I am. And they could facially ID my parents on sight. She did not mention a reunion. Thank God. Because that's my personal version of hell. If you said, Leslie, would you rather go to your reunion or be a slave in someone's sex dungeon? Chains and whips might not be so bad. But I just truly didn't understand how high school worked. Because I did not get the whole mean girl bully. I didn't understand. Because my parents always taught me to treat people the way I want to be treated. Anyone else's parents teach them that to treat people the way you want to be treated? So if any of you like to get a little weird with chicken tenders during sex, please look up Tendy Temptations on OnlyFans or just find me after this. With that, I'm going to give back to your husband. You guys have been fantastic. Can't wait to spend tonight with you. Leslie Zwicker, everybody. One more time for Leslie.
I wanted to get a bidet, my husband said no.